Hey, what's up guys? Hope you had a good weekend. Today I'm going to be bringing you a bit of a European battle. We're going to be seeing the blue Protoss as Grubby, who I believe is from the Netherlands, and mouzThorZaIN, the spoon Terran in the red, and I believe he's from Sweden. Now, I haven't seen too much of these players' game styles. I do know that I've seen a few of ThorZaIN games against Zerg Terran, and he did get that nickname the spoon Terran for his slow methodical tank pushes, but despite what Artosis would try and have you believe, Mech is not very good versus Protoss, especially if they get a Robo Bayout, which is by no stretch of the imagination to get a few Immortals, and that just tears through tanks. A bit curious to see how ThorZaIN's going to go. Probably going to go for that standard Medevac Fireball, or possibly some Banshees. Looks like we do have Grubby getting that in-base pylon. Of course, Forge First Expand is not really good versus Terran. It only really works against melee units. So yes, I don't know too much about Grubby's playstyle. However, I do believe he used to be sponsored by Razer, and Razer stopped sponsoring him, and some fan got pretty mad on Twitter, and he's like, well, I'm not going to buy Razer anymore. And then Razer got really mad, and they were like, well, we were sponsoring for all this time, you should buy our stuff still. And the other guy was like, nope. It wasn't really a good PR move for Razer, but I suppose a lot of people heard about the story, so maybe got them a bit of publicity that way. So we do see that one gate going up, and no gas yet for the Protoss. So probably going to be a one gate expand. We do see ThorZaIN is just getting his barracks up at the moment, no gas as well for him, so it might be an expansion versus expansion. I believe these two players were actually Warcraft 3 pros. I think ThorZaIN was playing human, and Grubby was playing orc, so orc versus human, Protoss versus Terran. I guess it's a bit of a battle of the races here. The orcs, yeah, the orcs aren't really like Protoss at all. The orcs are like unintelligent people, aren't they? I suppose if it was human versus... Oh no, the undead are just dead. I guess there isn't really much of a comparison there. Anyway, we do see that Cybernetic core coming up, so it could be some sort of 4-gate. He does have his gas up now, and looks like ThorZaIN is saving up for that expansion. He's up to 400 metals. Probe is blocking him though. Unfortunately, he's going to have to bring that first Marine down, and it's just going to have to slight the day. And oh, that's a nice move by ThorZaIN. He did drop down that pylon that blocks. He just decided to build next to it. Of course, he just has to lift up and move it across a little bit. Be no hassle, not like it would be for a Zerg player if he let that pylon finish. Looks like ThorZaIN is going to expand. He does have that low ground probe, and now the ThorZaIN's throwing it back at him. He's getting a bit of harassment here, and that SCV could potentially last for quite a while. Now that Zealot comes out, and he's still going to get a good scout in the base. He's going to see one gas. Not using, well, this Chronobus actually is being saved up. That's interesting. And now that the probe is away from there, he's using it on his Cybernetics core. So he is expanding. At the same time, he's Chronoboosting his subcore. So we do see these two Marines just standing watch, trying to get no sneaky probes getting into the base. Yep, we do have a couple of probes on the map. You see another pylon going down here. And ThorZaIN still does have his SCV, and that's going to be hard to take out without the Stalker, and that's why he's running that Stalker to him, although he is supply blocked temporarily. And if you just control it perfectly, it'll never really get caught by the Zealot. This one Zealot is coming into the base, but I think he's going to be met with a bit of an unwelcome greeting here. We do have the 4 Marines, they're coming in and chasing him out. And, ooh, double expansion. This is very economic cheese by ThorZaIN. He's going to try and get those 3 bases up, or at least just use the extra mules and production for SCVs. This is to counter that expansion by the Protoss player. We do see that Grubby is saving up quite a bit of minerals. His Cybernetics core is about halfway down on warp gates, and it looks like we're seeing 3 more gate days going down. This is actually sort of just a 4-gate with an expansion built in. So he's going to drop another one. He doesn't have enough money for it. Yes, we have 5 gates, so this is a very aggressive. It's going to hit a little bit later than a regular 4-gate, but it's going to be a lot stronger. That extra gate, and it's a bit all-in-ish, especially if he can survive with this extra command center. You do see the bunker coming up, but he's probably going to need another one. And here's the hidden pylon. So of course he could start warping in units very quickly if he's not careful. ThorZaIN only had 5 Marines. He really going to need some Marauders and probably the extra bunker if he wants to hold this as soon as the Stalker sentry count starts building up. Warp gates are now finished, and these will be transformed to warp gates almost instantly. Probe is still alive somewhere at the watchtower. Now we do have a very good scout by ThorZaIN. Looks like he's not going to get it just yet, but I assume he'll go around there. Well, this is starting to look pretty bad for ThorZaIN. He doesn't have very much units. The warp gates are now operational, and warp pins are beginning. Looks like Grubby's a little bit supply capped. That shouldn't last for too long. Just have the one tech lab up at the moment. The second one, oh no, that's a reactor. Very little amount of marauders are going to be up here for a while. ThorZaIN hasn't scouted that, so he's completely blind at the moment. He does not know this is coming, and this can be very dangerous. But if he can survive the next minute, these mules are going to be so effective. And he cancels the reactor there and goes for the tech lab, because he knows he's going to need marauders. So you see this Zealot is able to get in and scout all these mules. He knows there's quite a lot of orbitals around. And force fields preventing the repair on the bunker. That bunker is going to go down, and he evacuates immediately. He's trying to run away, and unfortunately these sentries are going to be in the back. If he scoots forward and takes them out, he might be a bit helpful for him later. That marauder is doing a lot of damage, and these SCVs are shielding for it. But here comes the additional round of warp ins, and these gateway units are actually going to be very dangerous for them. And shields the ramp. No way that he's going to get reinforcements coming in. He can shoot down at them. These zealots are starting to tear up, and he needs to keep these marauders alive. They're what's going to do the damage. And if he doesn't kill these sentries, and he does it again, there he goes. He can do this a couple more times, and that's going to be so annoying. He's going to lose most of his probes and his SCVs and expansions. He's probably going to want to lift this up. He does have enough for a scan, or if there was any DTs, but of course there is none. And he's just trying to keep these marauders alive at the moment. But it looks like this is the last marauder, and he's going to probably target it down. So we're going to have 2 marauders on the high ramp, but still got those sentry count, and he needs to get those sentries down, bring a lot of SCVs in, and I imagine there'll be an additional warper round. ThorZaIN's losing so much, he's down about half supply at the moment. Grubby, nice move here. He's backing out, he doesn't want to lose his sentries, he's kept them all alive. It looks like he's going to lose that one. These additional round of warp units is going to make it a lot harder to take him out, and the marauders are now stuck in the low ground. Those zealots are getting closer, and he needs to be able to kite the zealots, but he can't without, I don't think he's even got any of the upgrades he needs. No, he does have concussive shell, looks like. No, he doesn't. That's going to be all of ThorZaIN's units. He's down about 40 supply now. More zealots and stalkers coming in. Of course, to lift that orbital, he does have 3 though, so if it goes down, it's not the biggest loss in the world, but he just needs to stabilize. But here come more zealots coming in. They are going up in the ramp, and he's just going to try and micro back, but his stim is just finished, and he is using his stim. And it's going down, and he really wants to take out these sentries and stalkers, but those sentries just keep shooting, and this looks like it's going to be a quick loss for ThorZaIN. He got a bit greedy. It was a very strong, very aggressive 5-gate play, which hit about the time a little bit later than a 4-gate, but with that extra expansion. So good play by Grubby, and thanks for watching guys, and see you next time.